The Ancestor Babu Credo Mutwa and now Mkhulu Nsingisi are doing a fantastic restoration work concerning our African identity via the Afrikan Calendar and astronomy and many other areas of endeavor. They emphasize that our ZepTepi moment for first time is calculated from the first establishment of the oldest stone calendar called Inzalo Yelanga, as taught by Babu Credo Mutwa. Some call it Adam's calendar. It is found in Mpumalanga in South Africa, and it is the oldest calendar written in stone. Our topic today is that we want to deal with the Devil's Day. We know that the African year that is followed by melanin-dominant human beings was later developed in Hamit in Egypt and synthesized and written and crafted, improved on. Consists of 30 days a month, 10 days a week, and when you calculate it, it gets up to about 360 days. But according to seasons and the movement of the year, we know that 365 days and some fractions will give us a total year that synchronizes with the seasons. So our ancestors in ancient Hamit, the Africans in Hamit, formulated what we call the Hamitian New Year, which is celebrated on the 23rd of September. And in order for us to have 365 days, we have what is known as the Epagomenal days, which are days out of time that starts the new year. These Epagomenal days consist of the 5 divinities, which are celebrated each day after the celebration of the new year. In other words, from the 24th up to the 29th. The 25th is the day of Ausari, the happy birthday of Ausari. The 26th is the day of our great grandmother Isisu. The 27th is the birthday of Horesu. And the 28th is the birthday of Neptides. And then last but not least, we celebrate the day of Shatta, which is today. So a lot of our friends that are on our WhatsApp group, you are all aware that we have been sharing each day concerning the divinity. And we have done comprehensive voicemails, voice notes concerning the divinities. So far we have done 4 of them, and today we are going to do the 5th one using this video, because there's an important aspect that we want to inculcate into our understanding of these principles, as well as the rituals for specific days, so that our year will become loaded with power and energy. So today is the day of Shatta, or the god Set, who was once revered and worshipped and adored. Set was the son of Guvu, which is the earth, and Nyute, which are the heavens, the gods of the earth and the heavens respectively. And Shatta or Set was actually married to Neptides, who was also, according to many other sources, sister. These are, you must understand, these are principles that go beyond mere personifications or realities, because they represent feminine systems as well as masculine systems within an individual, as well as within a family and a race and a group of other people. They say here that Shatta's head, the totem of Shatta, was not known. And then between their union, between Shatta and Neptides, they gave birth to Anubisa. And when you look at many images of Anubisa, he looks similar to Shatta, and Anubisa assisted Horesu to defeat Shatta, to prove that he was a good divinity. In certain times and ancient times, he defended the supreme deity Ra from many enemies. As shown in this stela, is being worshipped by an artisan or a craftsman in the ancient village in Dermail Idina, while Set's primary links were to chaos and destruction. This deity was also associated with strength and power. Shatta was originally worshipped in southern part of Hamit, coming right to southern Africa, and also to the western side in the desert, before the desert was really pronounced as it is today, Sahara Desert. Following the unification of Upper and Lower Hamit, Shet's worship was incorporated into the larger mythos in ancient Hamit. While he retained some of his desert-centric characteristics, of battling and dryness. It is said that these traits could not fit in the rich areas or rich agricultural phenomenon that was fertilized by the river Haapki. So we can see in this image that Shatta is defending Ra's boat, which would have been brought into destruction by a force. He rode at the front of Ra's solar baki and defended the sun god from another divinity. So if Shatta was good, what happened to him and who corrupted him? The force that corrupted him is Apapaipa, Apophis, a divinity that is much older than a lot of the divinities we talk about today. This divinity is older than Shatta. The proof is there. We're going to share that proof today, and we are going to celebrate a ritual against him today. The ritual that we perform today, although performed in the guise and in the name of Shatta, is against Apopaipa. Who is Apopaipa or Apophis or Ububi or Shatta? Apopaipa or Apep or Apophis was the ancient Hamitic concept of a spirit of evil. A spirit of evil. Capture that, because not a divinity or what, but a spirit of evil, an energy of evil, a force of evil. And the darkness and the destruction, and he was the arch enemy of Ra. This was a malevolent force that could never be entirely vanquished. Every night, as the sun traveled through the underworld or across the sky, he would fill up the air with energy to attack him. So Apopaipa would hypnotize the sun god and all of his followers except Shatta, who would repel this serpent by piercing his side with a great spear. It's shown in many diagrams. So there's a strange prayer about invoking Shatta. It says, "Lohwa, to he before whom the sky shakes, Lord of storms, Lord of the northern skies, who slays Apep and secures the Baki of Ra. O Lord Shatta, give us your great strength to reveal that which is shrouded in darkness, hiding in the liminal spaces, and defeat all adversarial forces that would attempt to assail us in this coming new year. Hail to the Red Lord Shatta, he of necessary chaos, assist us to defeat his fate in all forms." So Apaipa, not Shet or Shatta, was known by many epithets such as the evil lizard, the encycler of the earth, the enemy, and the serpent of rebirth. He was not worshipped, he was feared, but was possibly the only god other than the Aten during the Amana period who was considered to be all powerful. Not Set. So he influenced Set. Apaipa didn't need any nourishment, didn't need any prayers. He would be destroyed a little bit, only temporarily defeated, and the legless lizard Rereka would rise up again. The Egyptian sun god Ra here is pictured as a cat, destroying the serpent Apophis every morning to give light. There are many symbolic lessons from here. So Apopaipa is known to have led a lot of other spirits. We can call them archons, we can call them demons, we can call them evil spirits today, which were feared by the living as well as the dead. It was the challenge that you need Anubisa to go across the realm or the frequency he controls after your death. He wants your soul, as well as Shatta also, because Shatta was influenced and taken over by Apopaipa, and he became the epitome and symbol of evil. Because we have seen him slay Apopaipa, we know that later he himself, Shatta, became evil, and his evil was manifested in jealousy and his attack on the tree of life, and also he is the serpent that deceives, and the negative aspect of wisdom, goodness, mercy, and transformation. So there's a ritual that we perform today as we conclude the Epagomenal days, known as the banishing of Apep or Kurasirira, which was done by the priests. So the Epagomenal day in which we perform this ritual to shut Shatta off and minimize the influence of Piper confirms that at some time Shatta was good, although he ultimately became the personification of evil, or a representative of Upper Piper, a cosmic spirit or energy and source of evil. So what would happen in this ritual of banishing Upper Piper is that once a year today, when we started this year, Upper Piper, an evil deity of darkness and the enemy of light, the priest would take a wax model of representing Upper Piper into the temple and infuse into him all the evil in the lands. The priest then would go throughout a process of destroying this tiny model before it was burned, and then they would cast all the spells that are evil and the spells to banish Upper Piper from the people and from the nation, and then burn him until he was no more. Upper Piper is represented like as a giant serpent god and associated with all things that are dark, evil, and unruly. In ancient Hamid, the sun god Ra was reborn every morning after Apep was slaughtered by him every night. Also known as the eater of the souls, even the dead feared this Upper Piper. There are other rituals involving the removal of demons or the removal of evil spirits. These involve fire, incense, and burning incense, specific incense, and locking out the portals around you. So you would create a wax model of the serpent, which was ritually dismembered, which you can ritually dismember yourself and burn, or draw it on a papyri, or draw it on a piece of paper, bearing the image of the snake, of the evil that is attacking you, and then magically put spells on it and then burn it into the fire and throw it away. So this Hamidian god of darkness, Apep, is worshipped by none. His only allies are the demons who plague the boat of Ra as he sails across. They are filled the whole day. He dwells in eternal darkness, is unable to reason with, and immune to death. Upper Piper is the god of darkness. He commands an army of demons that plague mankind. Archons, reptilians, all are evil, including human beings in various positions of influence. Even to this day, he plots his vengeance against you because of what you stand for and because of what you know. He attacks forever. No matter how many times Apophis is defeated and killed and destroyed and vanquished. That's why you find that Christianity has continuously, non-stop, cast demons. Today, tomorrow, and forever, they have been casting demons again and again, non-stop. Judaism the same, our African traditionalists the same, everybody the same, because you can destroy him and temporarily, and he comes up and rises up again. The most powerful gods and goddesses who defeat the serpent in the course of every night, but during the day, as the sun god sails across the sky, he is regenerated. So Upper Piper is regenerated by the nature of the cosmos, by the nature of the dimensions where we are. So we need to understand that the war against Upper Piper and Shatta is continuous, non-stop. This is the time to fight the real enemy. To call upon Ausari, to call upon Isisu, to call upon Horesu, to call upon Nephites, and to grab the power of Shatta and battle and fight Upper Piper until the day you leave the earth. Today is the devil's day. Attack Upper Piper, make a wax of him or draw his image and spit on it and then burn it. This symbolic act need not be the end. If you want to find more information about our African calendar and many other issues, you can contact Mkhulu at zinzimandelafoundation.co.za, and the phone number is given there. and inquire more and get more information. You can also write a letter, an email to us at join@marifado.com and specify your area of need, what you want us to do and what you want us to do for you. Today is the Devil's Day, the final day into 6259 proper. Enter it with gusto by burning the devil or the representative of the devil, Apep. The knee.